Alright. I got so many dang things going on. I got so many projects. But I'd really like to get this trailer done. Or some of the things done on it, I guess. And I know it's weird, but I really don't care about cutting on this and welding on it and doing stuff, making stuff, fixing it, changing it, whatever, because it's a used trailer. I know that's the stupidest thing in the world, but I'd hate to buy a new trailer for another, I won't tell you how much, because that'll tell you how much I paid for this thing, but it's enough money. I could buy all kinds of stuff for this thing and not have money in it for a new trailer. So I do need to figure out something with this, with the toolbox lid. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. It moves extremely easy, and this thing came down and whacked me in the head one time, and that wasn't fun. But let's show you over here what I got. So got this off of Amazon, just a cheap chain thing. I don't need the door. I didn't realize, I thought I was just buying this. I didn't know it had this on there because the picture showed this and it wasn't a very good picture, and I didn't realize it had the door. So I'm gonna go in there, I'm just gonna draw up the pop rivets and pop that off, because it won't actually fit in here the way I'd like with the door, and it doesn't need the door. Let me see if I can get you guys up here or something. You can kind of see. Can you see, like right here? Where's my hand? It's hard to see on the little tiny screen. I need to get something with a bigger screen. My eyes aren't that good anymore. So what I want to do is I want to have this thing mounted like right there. I don't need the door, obviously, but I want to mount that thing there so I can hang my chain in here, and it'll organize my chain, because my chain's just on the bottom. I don't know, I've got some OCD and I just want it organized so I know, because I have particular chains that do certain things, and at least that way if I've got them hooked up here, I'll know kind of what chain I'll hook them kind of in a certain spot, and then I have extra chain I could just put in the middle, and in that way all I have on the bottom is my my binders and a couple extra straps and axle straps, stuff like that. I got some I got tarp arm down there. I use it for my cam over binder, or whatever you want to call it, like a regular chain binder. This dang magnet thing in my pocket keeps sticking to the toolbox. Anyways, but I figured a good spot for it would be basically right underneath that drive shaft. I have to be careful because, I mean, it'd be nice if I could put it over the drive shaft right there, because it fits right there nice, but obviously the door wouldn't close. I have to be careful. I might actually have to put it over here, I guess, because I have a motor that I bought off of Amazon also. It's just a cheapie for like an RV jack. I figured if it'd pick up an RV, it'd pick up the tongue of this trailer and move it up and down for me, and I wouldn't have to go over there and crank that jack. I'm just going to cut this tubing and kind of put it in there. I'm going to mount it to here. Check and see what all I've got in here. I don't know if I necessarily have power here, but I know I've got power up there. I could always run me a power wire off of a junction box up there, or put a junction box in here or something. And then I'm just going to put a momentary switch on it, a dual directional, or whatever you want to call it, momentary switch, so that way I could just wee kind of thing. I might get an outdoor switch and put the switch on the outside, so I don't have to open up the thing to get it to work and all that. And then I need to find something for the lid. I kind of thought about one of those spring style deals instead of the gas shocks, but I don't know. We'll figure that out here. Let's go in and we'll oh, hang on, see, I got squirrel going on, sorry. So then what we got, let's get you guys up here maybe. This is supposed to be a Diamond C. This is supposed to be a Diamond C step. Let's just put you guys right there. So it's kind of nice. Let's put it out to where you can actually see it work. So it's a fold-out step. I was actually going to make one of these, and I found this on eBay, and it said it was a Diamond C. I don't know if it is or not. It was a dealer. It didn't come straight from Diamond C if it is a Diamond C, but it does look like there's steps. It hides way nice. I don't think that would bounce even on our rough roads out here in the country. I don't think that would bounce enough to have it come down, and even if so, it shouldn't be a major ordeal. Move you down here. You can kind of see. Maybe not, the sun's right behind me. Horrible placement. Hang on, because somebody will yell at me. Why'd you do that? Hang on a second. Here. Alright, so I'm going to put it right up here. I'm going to cut the step that you guys are sitting on, and then I'm going to weld her on about like that. And then my cross members back here, I'm just going to put a piece of 1/2-inch flat bar across it for this back part, and that way I can weld this to it, and I can weld this to the outside rail, and that thing ought to be plenty stable. I needed to replace the step on the other side if I was going to keep a step on here, and this thing is not welded on crazy good anyways. It's kind of janky. So I'm just going to cut this off, and I'll cut the old step off the other side. I was going to make a new step like this, and then I kind of thought up making something like this, but then after I bought these, I think these were like 50 or 60 bucks. So I'm not going to make it for, I mean, I'll probably have 50 or 60 bucks in time alone, just bending the steel and making it and cutting it and everything else. Well worth buying it. I got it off of eBay. Search fold up gooseneck step, and it ought to come up. That's how I found it. So let's go in and screw or drill some pop rivets, and we're gonna get that bolted in. I had to go get the drill out of the truck. All right, let's see what we can do here. Hopefully these aren't stainless. Couple of them hanging on for dear life. Come on off there. Oh boy. Those are probably hot. Whatever will even be. Alright, we'll go mark that. Let's get a paint pen and we'll mark that thing. And then I'm going to find a good drill bit and drill some holes. Give me a minute. Alright, we've got some deck screws there, but here's our motor that I ordered. It's got brackets to bolt to a flat surface. It does have a hexagon over there, and I'm hoping, since it was cheap, that it doesn't have anything to do with hardened materials. So So, let's see. Open that. Put our junk in the toolbox. Pins, marking devices and whatnot. Kind of set that there. Get you guys back up here. That seemed kind of good, right? You can see over here. And then this thing, I'm going to cut this shaft down. Doesn't have to be like that long. So I was going to cut it down here. There's already a hole in it, so hopefully I can drill that out. And then I was going to drill that hex and just slide that into the tube and just run a bolt in it. I wasn't super worried about it, but thought was, I mean, obviously I have to put a spacer behind the flange. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing there. Let's move you up a little bit. I was going to put this, say, here, you know, inline in that tube, so that gives me enough room for that. I'll probably cut some of that shaft down. So this does need to be somewhere around there, probably. That gives me enough room to put the bolt. So let's just say we'll put that there. I mean, I guess I could put the motor, well, it doesn't matter either way, I guess. I mean, the motor, I guess you might want to put the motor in the middle or something, but alright, we're just going to put it there. Or thereabouts. Up underneath there. We'll drop it down a touch. That's going to be difficult as sin. Here's me a little magnet. No wonder somebody had. No. Not even remotely close to strong enough. This is going to be hard to mark. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to mark. I was going to try to mark the center one. My thought was I could drill a hole in it. I could drill a hole in the back, and then I could just put this on the back, level it out, mark my other two holes, and drill them. So, let's see. I don't want it all the way up. I want it about like that. That gives me enough room for everything. Does this marker not work? Great. Doesn't work. Try it again. That one probably works. Woo! Stinky. There. Drop it down just a bit. Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, yeah. There's a white marking. All right. Let's see. Outstanding. How are we going to drill that? Maybe we can get that deeper in the chuck. Of course not. Sweet. I wonder if I used to have these really short bits. They're like body shop bits. And that would probably work. Let me go see if I can find one. At least if I've got a short, small one. Give me a minute. Okay. I have this horrible disease called self-diagnosed OCD. I don't have any bolts that match. I know that sounds really stupid, but all three bolts have to match. I know how it sounds. So I do kind of like these. Somehow I ended up buying like a whole bunch of them, like 50 or 80 or something of them. This is like the last nut that I have, and I have like 20 more bolts. So I don't know what happened there. I don't care if it's that kind of deal or not. That ought to get us, right? Because this will go in there, and that's enough. So we'll get this hole drilled. It actually might be the same size. I don't remember what this drill bit was for, but oh, look at that. You guys can watch me drill a hole. For some reason, let's look at the back. Yeah, there's nothing there. Just, I thought, you know what? The one time I'm just going to drill a hole in metal, not look at the back, and it should be obvious there's nothing back there. There's going to be something back there. There's nothing back there. Did you see that? It was coming to get me. I don't even know how, and I was like, I don't know, in La La Land. I wasn't even paying attention. Stay. I need to fix that. Probably the vibration. No, the wind's trying to blow it down. I should be smart enough. I should put like a squeak clamp or something on it, right? It's going to hit me before I'm done. Now I'm freaked out. We have a countersink. Clean up the hole. Back in the day, I used to use like a 1/2-inch drill bit. Didn't know what a countersink was. Of course, I try to go onto the side that does not have a step. Let's see if we can do this. I got little short T-Rex arms. Usually doesn't work out well, but that worked out good. Right.
Yo, get the speaker box loud, hitting that stuff till you hearing that sound.
We will, I think I'm going to run to Home Depot or Lowe's or something, and I am going to get me some wood decking. We need to redeck this. We need to redeck it all, but I'm going to get some 20-footers for in there because I don't want to splice. I hate it when they splice it. This one's not spliced, but and I'd rather keep it that way. I'm hoping that deck, I think that deck goes under the end piece. That's gonna suck. Maybe we're gonna have to splice it, boys and girls, because that's welded on. Maybe we can flex that board enough to get it in and out. I have done that before, but we'll measure that out. We're gonna see what we have to put in there. But I can do 3 2x8s in here, and my OCD doesn't like this little tiny rip board down here. And then I got like 2 2x10s, or 2x8s, 2x10s. And then I've got this narrower than 2x4. Same thing over there. I don't like that. And I need wood. This is pretty solid over here. This is kind of getting soft. You know, obviously that's a little soft. But my problem child is not so much here. That's not bad. But over there it's really soft. You can see where it's kind of peeling up, separating. It's got a bunch of moisture in it. About 2 foot back from the steel plate. From the steel plate, 2 feet back, about right here. It's all really soft. Well, when I put the tractor up here, it's kind of going to be on the frame rail and kind of not. So I don't want my tractor to go through the deck. We'll probably keep this in there for a little bit because really nothing goes on that. There's a soft spot back there right at the edge, at the end. But I think I'm just going to keep that in there for a while. All right. Well, hopefully you can see the nice rack. Do I have a nice rack? I know that was wrong. All right. Still have room to put our windy thing. I'm gonna get a pair of gloves real quick. You hang on. Get the strap out of there. There. Change the I will know exactly what those two chains are. This is usually all the chain I carry. The box is plenty big enough. You know, I've got that extra storage there. I know I used to have my box like stacked up crazy, and this works really good. And I am going to, I really think I am going to put an underbody box on it. I don't think I'm going to put two, but I think I'm going to put an underbody box over here for straps and whatnot and overflow. So at that point, I could take the bar out. I could take even the extra chains out, and maybe even buy another one of those and mount it to the back of the box to keep the chain on the back of the box organized, and have my extra chain in there, but mainly for a couple more straps, and get my extra binders in there, stuff like that. Stuff I really don't need in that box. I just need stuff that's day-to-day, in and out, all the time, you know, use type of deal. Hopefully you enjoyed that little video. I'll try to keep it kind of short, but if you need an idea on hanging your chains or organizing your box, this isn't a bad little deal. I don't remember what it cost. Wasn't crazy expensive. It's cheap Amazon, so I'm sure it's made in China. But all right, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.